Good morning, and thank you for being with me for the monthly update of the Edge Invest Newman Credit Fund. During the month of October, we had a negative performance of around a little bit less than 100 basis points, predominantly due to our shorts rallying quite aggressively, especially in the emerging market sector. Obviously, the expectation of a Biden victory and a more relaxed relation with the emerging markets has been, to us, incorrectly priced as a benefit for countries like Turkey, South Africa, and so on, with the only notable exception of Russia. We think it doesn't really matter who's going to be sitting on the White House. America is still going to be much more isolationist than before, and those countries are going to suffer because of the imbalance between demand and supply of bonds going forward, especially if, as we expect, COVID will be effectively resolved sooner or later with a multitude of vaccine protocols, new drugs. Away from that, events was a relatively frustrating month. We did very well on Tiffany. Unfortunately, we were just about to increase our position following our map of events, which worked extremely well in the case of Tiffany. We reduced and increased the risk at the right time. Fortunately, we placed the order to increase our position exactly an hour before the news broke out of a settlement, which was our, base case for Tiffany. So it was a good performance, but not enough to offset the rest. We lost money on Peabody, which was another event where we had a capital structure trade, equity and credit. We unfortunately had the wrong timing on some of the unwinding of the position. And we still remain structurally negative in any case on the oil sector and traditional commodity related to the oil and gas. Away from that, the positioning remained pretty much the same. Like we said since the beginning of COVID, our view is that COVID will be resolved. So we've been positioning gradually the book following our risk map with a small position before the US election. We increased that after the Biden victory, which we view as quite positive, and then we added on. The view for us going forward is that away from COVID, which would obviously start a reallocation of portfolios, the main issue remains the massive increase in debt financing. We had a combination of QE and fiscal expansion, which has never been seen before, which will create a lot of tension and pressures going forward, especially if we return to normality, and then if government don't go back to austerity anytime soon, which is what we expect, we think we'll see plenty of surprises on the refinancing side. The most vulnerable countries are the small countries. The only countries that we see are strong enough to manage are the United States and Japan, and then hopefully the European Union because of the ECB and the new political commitment. Anyone else away from that, it will be under pressure, and we will see plenty of volatility on rates, and we will see rates moving up quite a lot and credit spread as well in the next 6 to 9 months. Thank you very much.